In Chicopee now, a traffic stop turned into a firearm arrest last Friday. After a tip that 24-year-old Sean Diaz was in possession of an illegal firearm, police followed his vehicle and saw him commit a traffic violation. Officers pulled Diaz over and confiscated the weapon. He's now facing various gun-related charges. In Franklin